So there you go, that is Trouble with Tuesday there with the brand new EP. Make sure you get that on the iTunes right now. It was released on this show around about 3 weeks ago. It's absolutely fantastic, and they most probably gave me the craziest 2 hours I've ever had live on air. But for some reason, I think this next half an hour is going to be even more crazier. So let's welcome into the studios Nadeem Leigh, everybody. Nadeem, how on earth are you doing, chap?
I'm very groovy, mate. Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Now, you're saying you're very groovy. Now, what it is, I like to do things in hands. So if you was groovy in an amount of hands, how many hands of grooviness would it be?
Well, basically, if you were to, like, you know, do the amount that was kind of like that,
yeah,
it's basically like just one hand, and then wherever the other one goes, you just don't know.
Wow,
so that's a large amount of grooviness.
That is, and to be fair, I feel that you've kind of like taken it to a new level of maybe a spiritual hand, we could call that.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, Maradona had it right. We're talking about the hand of God grooviness. Do you know what I mean?
I'm loving it.
We're there. All right.
That's got to be the best intro I've ever had with anyone on the show. But anyway, Nadeem, people are going to be saying, hang on a minute, that name Nadeem Leigh, it rings a cheeky little bell within the ear rolls, within the brain.
Yeah.
Why is that? What have you been on recently?
It's been locked in people's mind tanks, isn't it, recently? I've just been on a little TV show called The Voice on BBC. So, yeah, I'm getting accosted in the street all the time for the right reasons this time, you know? Yeah? So, yeah, it's good. It's good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, you know, tell us a bit about the lead up to the show, who picked you and how did it all go?
Sure, yeah. Well, I auditioned sometime sort of last year during the open auditions over in Manchester, and yeah, weirdly enough, kind of got selected. Yeah, I did my blind audition 2 weeks ago and got picked onto Team Danny, so I'm on Danny's team.
Is that Danny? Did go, be sure to be sure? I really like it to be sure.
No comment. But yeah, he's an amazing guy, do you know what I mean?
Awesome.
And it's been a great experience so far. So yeah, really looking forward to the next part, and yeah, on we go.
Excellent. So I'll tell you what, being that we've got you here and we've got you standing up with the guitar, how about we actually hear a track?
Nah, I can't really be bothered.
No.
Really. So, yeah,
should we just cancel the
just
show?
have a cup of tea? Should we go? Yeah, not beer, but a cup of tea.
Yeah, why not? Let's go to the cafe.
No, let's do it, shall we?
So, what track are you going to sing for us?
This is Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, mashed up with Blower's Daughter by Damien Rice.
Brilliant. Over to you.
I have climbed on highest mountains, and I have run all through the fields, only to be with you, and only to be with you, and I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Oh, and I still haven't found, no, what I'm looking for. And I can't take my eyes off of you. Just can't take my eyes off of you. I can't take my eyes off of you. And I can't take my eyes off of you. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Oh, and I still haven't found, no, what I'm looking for.
Give him a round of applause, everybody. Come on. Loving that. You know what? I wasn't sure if there was something about to come out there. I wasn't sure if there was a cheeky another little bit, but I'm actually blown away by that. That was fan. Come on, let's give him another round. Beautiful. Beautiful. Listen to Daryl Stone over there shouting and cheering like he does when he comes on the show. So I'll tell you, let's talk a little bit about your musical journey. You know, sort of, who is it that inspired you to like pick up a guitar for the first time and start strumming away?
Wow. Do you know what? I mean, my mum's been really influential, like in my music. I lost my mum when I was 19, and she's been, you know, a great influence. I mean, I remember doing the housework, you know, with her, like helping her out with the dusting and that, to, you know, a lot of reggae music and sort of, you know, Motown stuff like Gladys Knight and the Pips and Stevie Wonder and stuff.
Proper music.
Yeah, I had a really good sort of upbringing in terms of music. I had an uncle that was a punk, I had another uncle that was a mod, so it was impossible for me to get away from music. So that's always kind of been part of my life. But I think my musical life really changed when I heard "You Could Be Mine" by Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
I was like 12.
What, the track from Terminator 2?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that was a wicked tune. Yeah.
And up until then, I was like, you know, banging to Michael Jackson and kind of pop stuff and that. And yeah, I just remember sitting there in front of MTV, just absolutely blown away with my pot noodles. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just insane. So from then on, I was just like, right, I want to do that. You know, that's what I want to do. So in terms of like picking up the guitar, that's kind of, I mean, Slash, I guess, was like my first influence. You know.
Yeah.
But that was kind of very early on. But you know, throughout my kind of journey, I've just always been interested in kind of guitar-based music, really. What I like to call real music. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people would ask why you would call that real music, because I'm in total agreement with you.
Yeah.
You know, why do you feel that if, you know, that would be real music to you compared to sort of like the other stuff that you get nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Like, I mean, I like loads different genres of music, like, you know, dance music. You know, a lot of stuff that's created with a, you know, a computer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think there's almost like two music industries now. You know, there's a music industry that's kind of been created and sort of manufactured, and then there's one that's really sort of homegrown and sort of comes from people's souls and people's hearts and comes from a struggle. Do you know what I mean? Like people just thrashing it out at really bad gigs every week and stuff like that, just for the love of it, you know.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that's where I come from, really. So yeah, that's the definition, I think.
Ah, fair play.
Just did a little stutter then. Sorry about that. Turned into Elmer Fudd.
Oh, don't worry. To be fair, I do that all the time. If I don't have Caribbean cola, then you know it's going to be a nightmare.
You're loving
for
a
me.
Caribbean cola, aren't you?
3 cans of that. This is the 3rd can.
You're blazing, aren't you?
I'm wired. I'm not going to lie. I'm absolutely wired off my tree on the Caribbean cola.
Awesome.
Let's talk about your first ever gig then. So, you know, where did you do your first ever gig and how old was you?
I think my first ever gig, my mum threw me on stage when I was about 4 years old at Pontins in Canberra Sands, I think.
Oh,
she basically,
proper holiday.
Oh yeah. Basically stuck a black bin liner over my head, and cut armholes out of it, stuck a white stripe across my face and backbrushed my hair and said, "Sing that Stand and Deliver song that you do by Adam and the Ants." Yeah. So that was my first real thing. But I mean, I did Michael Jackson impressions when I was a kid, and then, like I said, as soon as I had that track by Guns N' Roses, just sort of got into rock bands, you know what I mean, at school and stuff like that. And then, you know, my tastes kind of developed from there, and as I sort of matured, got into a lot more, went back to my roots really, into sort of soul music and Motown and a lot of jazz and stuff like that. So yeah.
Awesome. Should we do another track?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Excellent. And what one are you going to do for us and why?
I'm going to do a cover for you. This is a John Legend song called All Right. People keep asking me to play it at the moment, so I'm going to do that for you.
Excellent. Over to you.
My little version. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I see you checking me out. I think I know what you're winking about. You with your man, you don't wanna be seen, but it's alright with me now. And I know I drank a little bit much. You think I'm talking crazy and such, but I can't walk straight. But girl, I can see you're alright with me, and it's alright. I see a little something that I like. You're looking mighty fine in them skin tight. You know what I mean? It's alright with me. And now hold up, I know you got a man, but I'm torn up. Said I don't even care if he rolls up with something to say. You better tell him you don't want it with me. It's alright. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Good Lord, you got a body for days. I think the way that you shake it's amazing. And I got my keys if you're ready to leave. It's alright with me now. Just check your man, cause you're going insane. And you wanna know what the hell is my name. Now if you're crazy enough to get in my face, it's alright, and it's alright. I see a little something that I like. Looking mighty fine in them skin tight. You know what I mean? It's alright with me. Now hold up, and I know you got a man, but I'm tore up. Said I don't even care if he rose up with something to say. You better tell him you don't want him with me. It's alright now, yeah, it's alright. Now come on, why don't you test me? I'll show you who the best be. If you want it, come and get me. It's alright with me now. And I watched you for a long time, and I swear you're looking alright. Come closer if you like what you see. It's alright with me, and it's alright. See a little something that I like. You're looking mighty fine in them skin tight. You know what I mean? It's alright with me. And now hold up, I know you got a man, but I'm torn up. And I don't even care if he rose up with something to say. You better tell him you don't want him with me. It's alright.
Darren Jones on Diverse FM.
Give it up for Nadeem, everybody. Absolutely brilliant track there. I love the way that sort of over the two tracks there, you know, you can change your voice to each track.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, I've spent a long time sort of trying to work on what my own voice is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping that kind of comes across. But you know, I learned to sing really by kind of, you know, listening to other artists and trying to sound like they did. You know what I mean? So it took me a while to get away from that and sort of back into my own voice. But yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Excellent. No, I'll tell you, that's absolutely brilliant. We're just going to go over to the texts, and just to let you know, if you do want to text a question over to Nadeem, you better do it right now, because we've not got long left of the show, around about 15 minutes. So if you do, all you got to do is start your message 1028, followed by your name and your question, and send that through to 60006. But we got a shout out for you. It says, "We love you, Nadeem, from your northern siblings Emma and Mick. As always, sounding amazing."
Oh, bless him. Thank you very much.
I tell you, Ben, his radio, and you can't actually see him. He's got the biggest smile on a boat race I think I've ever seen.
I miss you guys loads, man. I miss you guys loads.
Excellent, because you do actually live up north at the moment, I take it.
No, I moved back down on Sunday. Yeah, so it was quite emotional, you know. I mean, I built up. Well, I was very fortunate, you know, to have a lot of very good friends, and what I consider to be my extended family now, you know, and they're up there in Leeds still hollering out for me, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so I moved back really to be kind of closer to my friends and family during this period, which is a blessing, you know, in itself, because that wasn't always the case for me, you know. But yeah, so it was an emotional time, but yeah, it's been good so far. But yeah, I miss you guys.
Excellent. So I'll take it from what you're saying, it's been quite a tough sort of like journey to get where you are today. Would I be right in saying that?
Yeah, it's not been easy, do you know what I mean? But you know, life's not easy, you know what I mean? And I'm probably no different to a lot of people out there, but you know, that's my truth really, you know. I struggled a lot throughout my life really, you know, trying to sort of make it an industry, and also just trying to get some semblance of you know, self-worth, you know, throughout my life. And you know, drink and drugs were a kind of huge part of that. I don't really mind talking about that, you know. I don't like to glorify it, and I certainly don't think I'm the only one out there struggling either. But yeah, that's my truth, you know. It was a struggle with that, but I got into rehab, you know, and sort of cleaned myself up, and yeah, you know, I'm sober like a day at a time now, so it's amazing. Yeah,
I think that deserves a round of applause. If you ask me, definitely got a lot of respect for you. And would you give, would you have like sort of any advice maybe to youngsters that have been going through what you've gone through? You know, sort of like, is there anything you'd like to say to them to maybe inspire them to, you know, push themselves to do something better?
Yeah, I mean, the same thing I'd say to anyone really, and that's just be true to yourself, you know, no matter what you're doing. You know, life's a struggle sometimes, you know, it's not meant to be easy, and I think if I can smash that delusion for people, then that'd be great, you know, because we're brought up with fairy tales, right?
Yeah.
You know, that if you get the girl, kill the baddies, things will be alright, and that's just sometimes not the case. So yeah, I guess if I was saying to anyone, you know, just kind of be true to yourself and trying to, you know, connect to who you are and you know, do the best you can, and things won't go wrong, you know.
Yeah, excellent, cracking bit of advice. Now let's talk about sort of this sort of like explosion, really, because it must be quite strange, sort of like being, because I listened to some of your interviews that, you know, you've been out there busking, you've done gigs in sort of like venues, and all of a sudden now you've been on TV, you've had like, I think it's like 300,000 hits on YouTube.
It's getting that way, yeah.
It's all like, how does that make you feel?
Do you know what? It's been a really humbling experience. I don't even know if that's an actual word, but humbling is my new word.
Oh, it is a real life word.
It's a real life word, is it? Yeah.
Matty Crawley uses it all the time.
Yeah, does he? Yeah, cool.
He's not here today, but he's a big user of the word humbled.
Yeah.
I'm humbled.
I'm humbled. Yeah. Well, I don't want to, like, you know, overuse that word, but that's the only word I can think of. I mean, you know, coming from where I come from, you know, I got recognised for the wrong reasons. Do you know what I mean? And it's just amazing. I mean, I never really expected this kind of exposure from the show. I mean, you know, I knew it was going to be like a big TV show, but you know, I'm a small cog in that machine. You know, so but it's just been amazing. The positive comments that I've got. You know, people coming up to me in the street and kind of shaking my hand, and that's really beautiful, you know, to be able to have done something that connects with other people. That's my dream come true, really, you know. So yeah, it's been great, but yeah, it's just been amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, when you originally went on the show, because obviously everyone's always got someone in their mind, you know, whether it's sort of like the X Factor or whether it's The Voice and these sort of shows, they've always got someone that they hope they'd get to work with. Now, if you did have a choice out of the 4 judges, who would you have actually have picked if there was more than one that had sort of turned around?
Well, I have to say they're not judges, they're coaches.
Oh, coaches, sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, do you know what? I always had in mind, like, either will.i.am or Danny from the scripts. I just thought those two were kind of really suited for me. I watched the show last year and I saw the success with Tyler James, and you know, Will kind of created that, you know. So that's what I was kind of thinking. So I'm kind of glad that Danny took that decision away from me, and I think he basically told Will that it was going to kill him if he turned around.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, he got funny.
He got really aggressive. He was like, "Hey, I'll tell you what, over there, if you have press that button, I'm going to come on down and kill you." It was like that, wasn't he? He was like a really.
That was basically it. Yeah.
And Jessie J, gosh, she was having a bit of a moment, I think, when you were singing there.
I think Tom Jones did a little cry from his eyes and everything.
Yeah, he did look emotional. And to be fair, I think if you're singing and you make Tom Jones emotional, I think that is an achievement in itself.
Absolutely.
The guy's a living legend.
You can almost give up there, right? Do you know what I mean? I've done it. I've made Tom Jones cry. It's great.
I'll tell you, should we sing another track?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm going to play this one for my godmum. This is for Gilly. It's a David Gray number.
Excellent. Believe it or not, I met David Gray.
Did you?
I did. I met him at Winter Wonderland, not Christmas just gone, the Christmas before, and no one went up to him, and then I just literally went up to him and I went, "Are you the man that is known as David Gray?" And he said, yeah. And he looked so happy. It was like Darren Jones off Diverse FM. Shook me hand, and we had a picture together.
Amazing.
It was awesome.
Amazing.
I'm not lying, it was awesome.
Well, proper gel.
So right then, over to you, introduce the track.
It's a bit of an old one, but I love this song. It kind of it tells pretty much a story of, you know, of my sort of journey growing up, I guess, in a weird way. This is called Babylon. It's Friday night, I'm going nowhere, and all the lights are changing, green and red. I'm turning over TV stations and situations running through my head. Only wish that you were here, you know I'm seeing it so clear. I've been a fool to open up my heart to all that jealousy, that bitterness, that ridicule. Then Saturday I'm running wild and all the lights are changing, red to green, yeah. And I'm moving through the crowds and pushing, chemicals are rushing in my bloodstream. Only wishing you were here, you know I'm seeing it so clear. I've been afraid to show you how I really feel and admit to some of those bad mistakes I made. Well, if you want it, just come and get it. we're crying out loud. Said the love that I was giving you was never end out. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and failing now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and failing now. Babylon, Babylon. And suddenly all the lights of London, shining sky is faded, red to blue. I'm kicking through the autumn leaves, and I'm wondering where it is you might be going to. Turning back from home, you know I'm feeling so alone, I can't believe. And climbing on the stair, I turn around and see you smiling there in front of me. Well, and if you want it, just come and get it. We're crying out loud. Said the love that I was just giving you was never end down. No, no, no. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and failing now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and failing now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, failing. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, failing now. Babylon, Babylon. Babylon, 'cause we were born before the wind, and also younger than the sun, and the bonnie boat was warm as we sailed into the mystic. And hark now, hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and see the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly as we sail into the mystic. Oh, and I want to rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will float as we sail into the mystic. And I want to rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we will float as we sail into the mystic. To Babylon, to Babylon, Babylon, oh, Babylon, Babylon. Tell me why, oh, why?
The Alternative Hour, live and local with Dazzler.
So right then, everyone, come on, give it up for Nadeem there. That was absolutely beautiful. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Wicked version of the track there.
That's for my godmum Jilly. Big shout out to Jill.
And believe it or not, she has just texted in. She just said she wants to thank you basically for playing her favourite song.
Oh,
and
my pleasure.
She did say Nad. I was going to add another letter on the end there, but I decided not to because it might come across as a bit blue and it's a family show.
Well, sports day was a nightmare. Put it that way.
I could imagine. Pass me the ball, Nads. Sorry, I had to throw it out there. I couldn't help myself. But I'll tell you what, Nadeem, literally, we've only got about 2 minutes for you to let people know how they can find you on the internet.
Absolutely.
How they can sort of like get behind you for this show. Because I'll tell you what, if people are listening to the show now, they're not going to be wanting to watch the other channel. They're going to be wanting to watch you. So how can people get behind you? Let's get behind you. Come on.
The best way to get in touch with me is on Twitter. At the, I don't know what the sign is, but at Nadeem_Leigh. You can find me on YouTube. I'm on Google. What else am I on? On Facebook, obviously.
Yep.
Daryl, help me out here.
Lee spelled L-E-I-G-H.
Oh, Lee is spelled Leigh, not L-E-E like Bruce Lee. So it's Nadeem, Nadeem_Leigh, Leigh.
Excellent. And obviously, you know, when you're going to be on the show, when you've got that 5 days notice, let us know. Let's really push for it and let's get a local boy to the top, yeah?
Wicked, yeah.
Let's be
Thank you
doing it.
very
Any
much.
shout outs you want to give before you go?
Just shout out to Team Danny, man, to Mitch, to Connor, to all the other guys on there, to my boy Darryl Stone, to Alex, to Gary Mills back home on Shores listening, to all my boys and girls up north, and to all my friends and family. Yeah, big shout. Cool.
Excellent stuff.
And I was supposed to say hello to Shen Laquari.
Shen Laquari, there you go, Dale. You've said it now. You've said it, whoever that is. There's a little chuckle going on, so I'm not sure what that's all about, but can I just say once again, come on everyone, let's give it up for Nadeem. Let's hope that we're going to have a local boy bringing home the prize. It's been an absolute honour and a privilege you coming on, and you feel free to come on anytime you like.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Cheers, mate.
Excellent stuff.